And we're back. Thank you for joining us. This is the Who Need One podcast, and I am Shanta Tabor, and I am hosting a sports podcast live from a bar. And that bar is actually McKinley's Irish Pub. And I'm so excited to be here, and I'm excited that we have another great guest on today. Last week, we had Daniel Wright and Destiny Timberlake, two very high prolific um, rising. I shouldn't say rising. They're actually seniors now, and they're facing down their first. They're actually their first day of their last hurrah in high school, and both are basketball players. So I'm excited to have eyes on their senior year because they're really like I said before, they exemplify the perfect student athlete and both excelling in the classroom as well as on the basketball court. So we're excited to follow them all this season in their endeavors with football and flag football as Destiny plays and basketball. So we're wishing them all the luck. But today we're gonna ramp it up a notch. As I say, we have a great guest, and I'm excited to have him on. He always makes me smile. He always makes me laugh. But if you don't know him, you're going to know him today. And I'm going to go ahead and bring him on up. And so if we get started, we got Coach Rad from DaddyBall University. Coach, you're going to have to hold on to this. If you don't mind, it's a little workout for you. It's a little heavy. But welcome back, Coach.
What's happening?
Daddy's back.
Always.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. Before we get started and before I I was going to bring popcorn today because I had a feeling I was going to sit back and watch the rant of our rants. But
I'll be honest. I've been under the weather the last couple of days.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to be at like an 80% rather than 110.
so
like
that's still
normal.
going to be
Yeah,
Mach,
yeah. I mean,
Mach,
that's-
T,
it's
Mach
probably
9.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to go through my head? I'll be honest with you.
Well, just introduce yourself and just tell anyone who doesn't know you and might have seen you for the first time, who are you?
Well, I am Coach Rad from DaddyBall University, aka the greatest professional youth baseball coach that has ever existed.
Professional.
I am a professional. I mean, I pretty much get paid to do this. Everybody wants
Compliments,
me,
I'm
nobody
sure.
wants to. Well, I mean, it's self-proclaimed, but it's good, right? It's you gotta exude the confidence to be that confident. But yeah, I am the greatest. There's nobody better than me, and that's just how it is. And I should be on this TV right here, but ESPN kicked me out. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah,
But
yeah, me and Janice got a little beef going on right now, but that's what it is.
he's like you said, he's a self-proclaimed best baseball coach of all time.
Well, actually, any coach, just
Okay.
aware, it's any sport.
Let's clarify.
No,
Okay.
it's any sport. It's I'm better than everybody. So it is what it is.
So what have you been up to lately? I know every time I look on the internet, you are all over the place, or you're getting requested to do this.
Yeah,
What you been up to, Coach?
I just a little bit of traveling. I've been to Cooperstown, been to Pigeon Forge. I just went down to Virginia last week.
Yeah.
Went to Greenville a couple days ago. We'll go back. Me and Janice are gonna have a little beef. We're gonna have a little chit chat. Thinking Friday. CJ Beatty's gonna be down there doing his
Okay.
yeah. So he's the king of softball music, and I'm the king of daddy ball. So I think I'm gonna have to meet up with him, and then maybe give a little shout out to Janice again. Uh, but I'll make sure I have my media credentials when I
Now, how do you go about getting your media credentials?
I'm just gonna use
Other than cardboard cutout.
I'm going to use loosely paper.
That's what I
was going
was
to say maybe some crayon. I like colorful.
That's
So,
what I had a feeling it was
yeah,
going to be.
yeah, and it'll have Janice's name on it.
You have got to take a picture with
Oh,
Janice.
trust me, there's going to be pictures and skits. Yeah, everybody has a phone, dude. I don't understand why I got kicked out because my phone was on a tripod, right? Like, what does it matter? I wasn't going live.
Right.
Just filming a skit.
Okay, but explain to the people what you do because in case and where they can find you because
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, a little bit of YouTube. YouTube, I got some things planned for YouTube.
Okay.
I gotta learn a little bit, right? So I got an old dog has to learn new tricks, but I'm thinking about turning my YouTube into a Daddy Ball cartoon.
okay.
With some animations, same skits, but you can find me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. I do pretty much daily skits. My whole thing is I teach the world how to be a Daddy Ball coach. right? I feel like DaddyBall gets a bad name, it gets a bad rap.
Well, you make it worse.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, right.
You make the
So
name
there
worse.
needs to be a villain, right? And I'm not good looking enough to be the face, which in the wrestling term that's the hero, right? I'm like a four, right? So I gotta be a villain, right? Because villains don't have to be good looking. So that's where I'm at.
Well, and just to, I guess, expound on what he's saying, you got to watch his skits because he really just anything, any stereotype that you can have of any daddy coach, and it doesn't have to be baseball. He pretty much spices it up a little bit, pushes the narrative of
Yeah, why?
he makes the stereotype Mach 10.
And then the reality is, like I've said it before, is if your coach acts like me, you probably get find a new coach. So but it's a lot of fun. It is truly a lot of fun making the skits and just learning all of it, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm older. I didn't know how to work anything like this. So just learning the whole idea of marketing and filming and editing, writing, scripting, all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. I do it on my off time. So
Yeah,
right now I'm at lunch.
Yeah. And myself included, I'm doing this because I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's just, I said, I don't care if I have 10 or 20 people watch it. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and it's something I've always had a passion to do is just sit around and talk about sports. And,
Oh, yeah.
There's enough out there, everybody else is talking about other stuff, but I just want to stay in the sports world.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it.
It's and it is, and it's really fun for us, like people like us older, that learning to do all this,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
because
We're old dogs trying to
yeah,
learn new
and we
tricks
didn't
and
grow
stuff.
up with any of this.
No.
To be fair, like the internet was something I had in the bonus room of my house growing up. We had one computer, and I wasn't even allowed to be on it because dial-up. I don't know if people remember this, but dial-up meant nobody could call it a house phone.
Right.
Right. My dad had a plumbing business, so
Yeah.
I had to, get on for an hour and then get off because he didn't want to miss a business call. You know what I mean? So I didn't even have a laptop until I was 22 years old or something, right? So and I do all this on my phone. So it's a lot of fun. It's
And I love it. I love that how this was created by just a joke.
Yeah.
That he played on his I guess the coach at the time.
Yep.
Tell us get that story of how
Yeah,
how this character got
Well,
started.
just the name itself came about. It was just a black hat like this with nothing on it, and we were in a group chat and we're just running our mouth like we do. If you've ever been in a coaches chat, it is very little about the actual sport and a lot of just locker room banter, right?
Right.
Like you're just running your mouth, talking junk. That's all we do.
Planning the next Mexican.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's it. And it was a Saturday night. I'm bored. I don't drink, so I'm just sitting there. We're running our mouth to each other, and I look over and I see this hat, and Daddy Ball University popped in my head. So for the next 20 minutes, I took a marker that was like one of those you can write on anything. You can write on,
Right.
on t-shirts,
Right.
but it's like paint. And I drew Daddy Ball U on the hat, and then took a picture of it and sent it to the group chat and said, "Chris, you left your hat in my truck." And that was it. So it was literally 20, 30 minutes of me doing that for a 20-second joke. And then from there, it just became,
Involved.
yeah, it just became like, I'm going to make a video. And I kept saying, I'll make a Daddy Ball U video, Daddy Ball University video. And about a year goes by, and finally one day I just walked out the house, went up to Archer's Lodge, and filmed a Daddy Ball video, and it did okay. And
Well,
that video now has, God, it's got almost 600,000 views or
That's
something.
amazing.
Yeah, and it was awful. It was awful. Not even script. I mean, it was scripted in my head.
Right, right.
And I did that for a little while. I made another one and another one, and then eventually I started to actually script my stuff and really write it out, do a little research, which is essentially just me watching the good coaches,
Right.
having them talk. I watch their pages, and then I think of a way to twist that, make that a bad thing,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
and then obviously people, the bigger I've got here, the people send me their own Daddy Ball stories,
Right.
and
Right.
and I can get a story from Iowa or Ohio, and it'll translate to random people because people have dealt with it before
Right.
in
They've
some
seen it,
capacity.
yeah.
Yeah, and no matter what state they're in,
Yeah.
and so in you know perfect me fashion, right? I'll just make it like this is what I do. So I'll be the character who does all of this bad stuff.
You're the
And
voice.
yeah, and I'll just get all the hate on the internet, and
So
that's
all of
fine.
his parents sitting on the sideline
Yeah.
making these jokes.
It's awesome.
Under
It's,
our breath.
So no one can get mad at me because A, I don't really do any of this stuff,
Right.
right? And my son is left-handed, so if
Yes.
I ever write lefty shortstop in that,
And he did play shortstop in Cooperstown.
he did. And he, hey,
And
look,
did a
I
hell
ain't
of a
gonna lie,
job.
he ain't bad.
He
I'm
did
telling you.
good.
Now you ain't gonna see me do it. Like, you won't see me put him there. I'll fight it, but he's got a little skill. And look, he's repped and done it because
Yeah.
and rec ball and stuff when he was playing. He might be the best player out there at some point. So it's like he kind of has to be in that position.
Right.
So we've always repped how to do it, but it's not his primary. It's not where we work. It's not where we put all the effort in. But he ain't too bad at it.
Right.
You know?
No,
He can make it
he did a
look
great
clean.
job.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I know he's lefty, but dang, he
Yeah.
should have been out there a long time ago.
He can do his thing. He can do his thing. Now he is prone to some errors,
Oh, yeah.
just like everybody
All of
else.
them. It's to be expected.
But he does like when he gets to go over there. It
Yeah.
is fun, and it's even more fun to him now because of this whole
Right.
me telling the internet that he plays
The
it.
left-hander playing
Yeah,
shortstop.
yeah.
I was going to tell him if he's free, you need to bring him out here.
Oh, he's already back in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
so,
goes
okay.
he goes year round. So
Track,
he's
track
three.
Tracking.
I think he's on week 3 already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, he didn't. I left to go to the College World Series the other day. He was still in school. I
Okay.
left before picking him up. Matter of fact, he's got cross country.
Okay.
So
Great.
he's
Great.
that boy's gonna be running.
Yeah.
He goes to school, and then goes to cross country, and then I'm gonna pick him up, and then
That's
we
what
run
they
all the way
do.
across town to go to
That's
practice.
what they do. I tell you, and again, AJ's picking
doing
up
football,
football.
yeah.
And the practices are at the same time as baseball. But this just is a 2-week thing that just happened. The coach, the AD was calling around trying to recruit kids,
Oh, nice.
and he was like, "Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's always loved playing the game, but
Yeah,
he just
and
never,
he's
he never played it, organized. So we were like, hey, it's up to
go
you.
for it. Go for it.
I think everybody that wants to try it, should try at least once.
Absolutely. You should do.
And you never know.
I didn't start playing football until 7th grade. That's when I started playing. I played all the way through high school until I tore my ACL. But yeah, it was. I loved it. I love
Yeah.
football. Football.
I did too. I wanted to play. My dad wouldn't let me play in 6th grade. He thought I was going to get
See,
hurt.
we couldn't try out. That's what's different here. Like Blaze played baseball and all that stuff last year as a 6th grader. Baseball, basketball,
Yeah.
cross country for the school.
Yeah.
But like when I was in school, you could try out.
Right.
You were sixth
Sixth
grade.
grade.
It was 7th grade only.
Yep.
7th grade. And 7th graders they very rarely got any run. 8th grade, you kind of get your good run. But yeah, I did football, baseball, basketball, growing up, and track, obviously. But it's different here.
Oh
It's
yeah,
different here.
oh yeah, and I get it. I mean, with all the concussion protocol, I think they're wanting to give kids another year to kind of develop before they put them out there. Now,
Well, and
but they
Blaze-
do play. They do play
Yeah,
Pee Wee.
I know a bunch of kids that play in
Yeah.
the like I guess travel football
Yes,
leagues
yeah.
that are
And
going
they
on right
play
now. Matter of fact, we got a player that does that.
Yeah.
That is what he came over from our team to y'all's, and that's what he does football. So he's like a Sunday only guy.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Stud. He's a stud.
Well, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. And just to circle back around to Little League softball, you went out to the games. Those tournaments in full swing. Clayton team.
They're killing
They're
it.
killing it. They're playing so well, and I really enjoy just watching their fundamentals.
Yes.
Everybody, you can tell all these girls have been playing since they were small. They were getting lessons and all this.
Yep.
But to watch the fundamentals of what they're doing,
And-
it's very impressive.
I
It's supposed
had
to
the
do a great
luxury
job.
of seeing them practice because where I film some of my skits is where they practice.
Okay.
So a few times I'd be out there filming, they started practicing, and I was talking to the director Ronnie, and I was like, "Who are these girls?
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
they are
it's
studs. They were
impressive.
they were duking the ball.
They're 13.
Yeah,
The
and
pitchers are hitting spots.
yeah, they are good.
They-
And the girl they faced, she was throwing 65.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that Texas girl was throwing
Yeah.
65 from 40 feet.
Yeah. The
So,
sword girl.
Yeah, look, she sorted, but throughout the game, our girl sorted a ton too. Now,
Oh yeah.
she was a movement, so it was like power versus movement, where it was like Randy Johnson versus John Smoltz.
Yes,
You know what I
there
mean?
you
And or excuse me, Tom Glavine, or like
They know
Greg
exactly where they
Maddux,
wanna
right?
put it.
They were
Yeah.
putting it in
Spots,
spots,
yeah.
and she was funny, man.
And
I mean,
and I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute, this is not high school. This is
no,
not college. They're
no,
in middle school.
it is.
It's exciting to see.
It-
One, we have the professional team, women's. We have the new baseball,
Yep.
pro baseball team. I mean, these girls are really balling.
Oh
So
yeah, they're playing, and they look good. They got a legitimate shot to win this thing.
yeah,
I think
they
they got to
haven't
play.
lost yet, so they're
No,
good.
they play Thursday at 1. I think they play
Okay.
Florida.
Okay.
I don't quote me on that.
No,
but
no,
I think
I know
that's
they-
I think
yeah,
that's who
I
it is.
just
I'm pretty
called
sure it's
Florida.
Thursday at 1, but I'm pretty sure it's against Florida. Um, and I know I did hear Kentucky has a really good pitcher as well.
Okay.
But from my understanding, that Texas girl was supposed to be the most dominant powerhouse
Okay.
pitcher.
Which I could see.
Yeah, she's the one who hit the home run too.
Right.
She
Right.
almost cleared that whole scoreboard
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
That thing,
She's
it had to
something.
be. It's 200 foot, so I bet she hit that ball 260.
Yeah, they could really. I mean, and they could really be high contenders and still can. I mean,
Yeah.
they've only lost one, so I mean, but they get some hitting behind them. I mean, and that's the thing about softball as well as baseball. You're only as good as your pitcher.
Yep.
Gotta have great pitching, no matter what level you play. And right now, our pitcher. And the good thing about softball is, we were talking about the arm motion for softball versus baseball. I said it's the more natural motion to go underarm
Yes.
than to go overarm. So that's why,
That's why. Yeah. 'Cause
that's
she
why
threw-
they can pitch complete games.
Well, yeah. I think the Texas girl threw about 20, like
Yeah.
122 pitches,
Yeah.
124 pitches.
Yeah.
Our girl did it in under 100, I believe.
Yeah.
I want to say she sat in the 90s, which
Yeah.
is 6 innings.
Yeah. And that translates over to college. Najee Kennedy or whatever.
Yeah.
She and her, I guess the other pitcher, they were just trading off back and forth. They didn't even need to use another pitcher.
Yeah,
So
no.
I mean, if
Well,
these
as a matter of
girls-
fact, I swear I think the Texas girl pitched the next game.
right,
'Cause-
right, you can do that.
Yeah, it's so like I think if you can only pitch 7 in a day.
Uh-huh.
So if that game would have went to extra innings, they would have had to sit a day.
Right.
But she didn't. I think she pitched the next day, which I don't know if they won or lost. I can't remember.
Right.
But yeah, it's wild. It is completely different than baseball because like for instance, the girl right now, she's at 76, 78 pitches.
Mm.
Right. In baseball,
Mm.
12U, 13U, you'd be thinking about, oh, I gotta pull them. Gotta
Get
pull them.
somebody in the bullpen.
Yeah. But
Warming up.
but
Yeah.
this girl's probably gonna go. I mean,
It's amazing, and I'm enjoying it. And man, woman, boy, girl, you can sit and watch these games.
oh yeah, they were good. And the stadium's beautiful. I've never been there. I didn't even realize. It just never dawned on me that it was that close.
Yeah.
And then living here
Yeah.
is only like an hour and 15 minutes. So somebody messaged me and asked if I was going to make an appearance out there. And I was like,
Well,
you know what?
it's not that
If
far.
if they win, they'll play at 6. I was like, well, I think we'll ride out there an hour. As long as it wasn't raining, which the rain held off,
Yeah,
until I got booted. And,
There was
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what were you actually doing? Were you setting up your tripod?
yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
look, here's what happened. I watched the North Carolina game.
Janice, we're watching you.
Yeah, Janice, look, I have my eye on you. So I was watching the Carolina game, and I was gonna film a skit throughout it. I was hoping we would get up big, but I couldn't. And there was a game afterwards, so I waited for the game to finish, and then I had already written my script, which was about showing up and acting like you owned the place, which it turned out to be fitting. It actually worked out perfect.
Yeah.
So I get halfway through the skit, and then I start talking to the little league AD, and this lady comes walking over with a little league shirt on, and I can tell by how she was approaching that this was either A, she knew me, or B, she didn't know me out there. Because I had the tripod sitting up with my camera, with my phone. It's like phone, not a camera, so it's just sitting up there, and I'm talking to Ronnie, and she basically asked me like who I'm with, what my media credentials are, and I said I'm just me here, and I literally talked to the phone for 8 seconds. At most, take it to another spot, talk 8 seconds, and that's how I film my skits. So it's constant movement,
Right.
and it just happened to be sitting there behind me, and she power walked to me, and I shook her hand, and she
Did
could
do
tell
what Sophia in the cornfield?
Yeah, she did
Color
not.
purple.
she did not want to shake my hand. I can tell you that, and it was what it was. I told her I didn't have no media convention. So she's like, well, I'm gonna need you to pack up and leave. And I was like, I guess I probably could have stayed if I just didn't film, but I think it's ridiculous. I mean, everybody has a phone.
Right. But
You know,
there and
yeah.
just,
I mean, what's the
hit
difference from
record.
me holding it up, talking to her like this, which is
Well,
exactly
well,
what I'm doing.
probably because you did look like a content creator and they just wanted.
Well, the funny thing is as she's walking away, a kid walks up and says, "Daddy Ball, can I get a picture?" And I said, "Yeah, we got to hurry up before Janice kicks me out here." And mind you, I don't even know if her name is Janice. I could tell Jennifer, Carrie, Carly. I don't know what it was, right?
Shocked you to
Yeah,
say
she's
Karen there.
Janice now on the internet. All right, but you know, don't worry, Dad's coming back. So I'm coming back. I'll just leave the tripod at home,
Right.
right? But I'll hold my phone. I can do point of view.
Stick.
Yeah, that's right. I might just slide it in my pocket. When I'm coming back, she's trying to kick me out twice. And then I found out a little league, the Boys World Series right here in Wilson, that's
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah,
So-
that's this. Well, it's
Then I can get out 3 times.
Yeah.
right?
I'm
All of it.
excited. There's such, I think it was in Greenville for the Little League World Series. I think the Greenville, they hosted like a regional.
Yep.
Last year. So, they're doing a great job and,
Yeah, one of my followers said it's gonna be at the Warblers Stadium.
okay.
So right there in Wilson, which is 30 minutes, right? So if I can kick it out early, it's not as far of a drive, right?
Yeah.
Hour and 20 was a kind of a long way. But I kind of spammed CJ Beatty because he's coming to do his rap stuff.
That's right.
And I told him, the king of softball music has to do a little skit with the king of DaddyBall. And he said, I'll see you on Friday. So I got to figure out what time he's playing.
That's
But
awesome.
I didn't realize he's from Winston-Salem, which is
Okay.
cool. So
Great local.
yeah,
We
so
got
maybe-
great local characters.
I know, right? So maybe I can link up with him and
A lot of talent in this area.
Yeah, well, he's talented. I'm just a jerk off. That's the difference. I'm just an idiot with a camera and apparently too much free time.
Well, I tell you, you just cracked me up with all your rules. So if you guys got to really tune in to, was that Robbie?
Yeah, it's Robbie DeBeaumont.
DeBeaumont,
So
yeah.
when you're old like me and you don't know what you're doing, it was a personal page. So I started doing it. Well, then I got followers and I was like, why don't you change it to
Change it.
DaddyBall? And
Yeah.
you cannot change
Change it.
a personal page
Right,
to what it would be
Right.
considered a business page.
right,
I can still put it in professional mode, but
right.
I can't change the name. So when you look up DaddyBall, it comes up as Robbie DeBeaumont.
Well, you gotta find them and follow them. But you talking about collabing with the guy for the league,
Yeah.
baseball. But you got something else coming up. You're gonna be doing film ball.
So-
Let's talk about all
Yeah,
this other stuff coming
so
up.
September's gonna be a pretty big month. September I've got Boom Ball. They're coming to what is the old Mudcat Stadium. They're kind of a banana ball-esque team, entertainment baseball. It's co-ed, so they have
Oh, okay.
they mix baseball,
I was gonna ask you
softball.
what's the difference.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
and
a
it's
university of
It's
banana
more
ball.
entertainment than it is the game. It's kind of all scripted. But the guy, my man's picking his nose on TV. Oh, he's gonna live that down. But yeah, Boom Ball
Sports Center.
is they did me dirty too when I a Carolina fan. Yeah, they did me dirty a few years ago. But yeah, so Boom Ball is coming and this is their first year in existence. Next year they're doing 40 cities.
Okay.
So they're coming to Raleigh.
Yeah, on the ground.
Yeah, well that's I kinda started spamming them as well. And then the players found me and they've been kind of pushing for me to be a part of
Right.
their team, like
Right.
coach the chaos team, obviously, because DaddyBall's bad guy. I'll coach the chaos team and they kind of turned me down at first. Now I'm going to be a part of the show here. I don't know if full extent what it is. We just had some Zoom calls. We've discussed like options and what to do, and some ideas. But I'll be a part of that
Right.
Here in Raleigh. It'll probably be kind of a tryout, I guess, would be a good way to do it. And if I do well, then I've never done anything live in front of 6,000 people before,
Okay.
which is probably what is going to be there. But it'll be a lot of fun, just being in character mode the whole time, hanging out with kids, partying, and having fun, and just acting a fool, right? I could be a 40-year-old kid, right? So, and obviously, DaddyBall is the bad guy, so I'm hoping that we're going to come up with some bad guy things for me to do to
Right.
hold a character. But that'll be September 19th. I'll be there for that. And then the following week, I fly to Iowa at the Field of Dreams. I'm playing in a creator softball game, which I am low man on the totem pole here. There are some really, really big names, kings of things.
Yeah, well, they started somewhere too, so.
That's right. But I'll be actually playing in that softball game. It's a glow in the dark game.
Okay.
So we'll be half in the day, half in the dark. Our jerseys will be glow. So we'll walk into the cornfield. We're going to be playing on the Field of Dreams field from the movie. We'll be there early so we can film and do some stuff on that Friday. Well, then the following day, there's like a celebrity home run derby.
Okay.
And then all of the creators from that will be in, like not in the celebrity home run derby, but we will be a part of that. So we'll go there Saturday and there'll be 6,000 some people there for that. So hopefully I'll get some really good content out of that. Make some good connections with some really big guys like the word is that Fat Bros, Kika Juco,
Yeah.
those are people with millions of followers.
That's
So-
amazing.
So, I'm just gonna look good playing. I gotta make some catches. and I still got a little game left in me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to show out a little bit there. And then do some skits with some really, really big creators. And I think that'll really boost my following.
So,
And just be standing next to them, right?
Yeah.
In a picture
Yeah.
alone, right? And I've never been to Iowa, right? So
well, you never know. They might say the same thing about you. Oh, there's Coach Rad.
yeah,
Let me get-
they
let me
should
get
know
a
me.
picture
They
with
should
them.
know me. I mean,
And be
geez.
excited to
That,
stand beside you.
well, it's funny because Domingo Ayala, who's got hundreds of thousands of followers, he actually knew who I was when I had 10,000.
Right.
So I've tripled that now.
That's great.
So maybe they'll know me. I don't know, but either way,
You're there.
Just give me 15
Just get
seconds.
on the
That's
field.
all I need.
That's
Just
awesome.
just a fist bump and a handshake, some dap, or something like that, and let me film it so I can
Yeah.
put it on my page and then be associated, and then
Right.
we're good to go.
Well, that's great.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's fun. I mean, of course, I'm a year late to the party of Daddy Ball, but I've enjoyed watching your skits. You're funny, and if anybody gets offended and take you seriously,
That's not my problem.
They're missing the point, though.
Yeah, That's right.
They're missing the entire point
If
of you.
you're offended and are taking offense to
That
it,
means
it's probably you.
You're
Like,
the
it's
one.
probably you.
You're the one
That's
they're
that's a
mocking.
you problem, not a me
You're the
problem.
one he's mocking.
Yeah, it's not my problem, right? And it's funny because people do think they're like, oh, who's that about? Like
Yeah.
people here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, it ain't about. I might use something from here, right? I might use a small piece,
Yeah.
like I might use an orange theory or something that I added to the writing, but the story itself is not about anyone. It's
Oh yeah.
half the time it's something that someone wrote into a good coach and they're answering the question and I just twisted it, right? And then you can always resort back to head coach, shortstop, bat and leadoff, right? Like you can always resort back to that and just turn that into it. And then if I throw in lefty shortstop, then the internet gets really bad. So
I love it.
I love doing it. I've always been kind of a pester people anyway,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, it takes all of us. Laughter. I tell everyone if you can make me laugh, I want to be around you all day long.
Yeah.
You know, I love it, and I enjoy, your skits, and it just cracks me up because you can always, like I said, everybody wants to say, well, who is he talking about? No, it's
Yeah.
just making fun of all the stereotypes.
Well, and the reality is my dad was the head coach and I was the shortstop. So now, I was good. That's why I was
you earned your
good.
spot, right?
I was good, but
You earned it.
yeah, it wasn't inherited, right? It was none of that.
Yeah.
But and I played it all the way through. Like so
Yeah.
so I didn't get booted once I got older, right? It wasn't until my arm started giving out that I had to shift over to second base. But a lot of the stuff is stuff my dad did. Like there are a few stories that I have not even went into that my dad did. That fool. He didn't get to head coach one of the All-Star teams, and they put me in center field. And that fool walked onto the field after the fourth error of the shortstop and pulled me off in the middle stuff, boy. Let's go. Come on, get your stuff. I walked right onto the field in the middle of an All-Star game. I was like 12 years old. I'm shaking my head, man. I gotta go to school with all these kids. And my man made me pack it up. And
It's hard